away there existed the Jedi, the Sith, and some in between. These beings wielded lightsabers. One of the best characteristics of Star Wars is the diverse designs and types of lightsabers. These sabers, powered by crystals, are more than weapons. To the Jedi, they're tools of peace, instruments of justice, blades of freedom. But who cares? Let's make the most deadly saber. Now, there are two main components of a lightsaber: the hilt and the crystal. These two adjustments can impact how a saber functions. The hilt. The hilt of a lightsaber is essentially just the actual lightsaber handle itself. Throughout Star Wars, we see many diverse types of lightsaber hilts, whether double-bladed, S-curved, the traditional straight apprentice, some pointy, some coated with spikes or gold or silver placings throughout the sword, and some just straight up resembles a sword. Though one of the most infamous lightsabers is Count Dooku's curved hilt. Dooku studied the Jedi Archives records to make the design, and the lightsaber was made to suit his technique, which was the second form. His combat favored long, stylish moves and deftness of a single hand. He fought with elegance and precision, and thought that his lightsaber ought to be a battle saber that would suit his caliber of fencing prowess, as Dooku was one of the most talented duelists the Order had ever seen. We know this hilt was built for combat, and almost half as light as the average blade. Added with the fact that the emitter featured both an angular blade guard and a thumb trigger that activated the weapon's dual-phase setting, he could control the length of the blade. Count Dooku's hilt is easily a good base for building off on the most lethal battle-ready lightsaber. Now that we have the shape of the hilt, let's choose a material. What if I were to switch it up and make the material wood? Yes, a wooden lightsaber is not just a random concept but exists in canon. A wooden hilt would noticeably less heavier too. Now, as cool as it would be to make this lightsaber wooden, it's prone to being flammable, which is important when swinging around magma energy blades. While some sabers have been constructed through the use of scrap materials such as Ezra's lightsaber, generally metals are used in order to make a saber, but for the sake of making the most battle-ready saber, regular metals won't cut it. Now some fans would want to use Durasteel. Durasteel is able to withstand blows from vibro weapons, force pikes, and even able to briefly resist lightsaber attacks. But briefly resisting is not enough. I want a fully resistant hilt that can tank long-term attacks from blasters, sabers, and more, while still being light. The best option here is pure Beskar. Pure Beskar gets all the benefits of Durasteel, but it has more weight to it and exceptionally more durability than Durasteel, and unlike wood, won't be easily burned or cut through. Lightsaber crystal. Crystals are important to crafting sabers. While many times crystals change colors based on the specific users and tend to call to or find users, this crystal will be handpicked. A good first choice is the black crystal that is used in the Darksaber. It's been hinted to burn at a higher heat than a regular crystal, but other than the cool-looking design and the powerful history behind, there is no outright advantages to it. A second runner-up would be some of the comics fans' favorites, the Kyber crystal. This crystal was said to amplify a Force user's power 1,000-fold. So this is an easy choice, right? Well, no. The major drawback to this crystal is it can only be used on a single planet called Minban. This essentially makes it a regular crystal anywhere else. There are weapons that have the same power and flaw of the Kyber crystal, such as Jocasta Nu's lightsaber rifle, which was powerful enough to almost one-shot Darth Vader's very durable armor. But similar to the Kyber crystal, there is a major drawback that essentially limits it to 5 shots. While Jocasta Nu's lightsaber rifle and the Kyber crystal are both forces to be reckoned with, the drawbacks far outweigh the positives. These lightsabers are not fit for the title that comes with the most lethal battle saber. My ultimate third choice for a crystal is the Ankar's sapphire crystal. This crystal possessed legendary healing powers and numerous other effects that could aid a Jedi in battle. In Legends, this sapphire could only be wielded by lightsiders. If the crystal or saber was to be touched by someone near the dark side, it would slowly heat up and burn their hand. In conclusion, this lightsaber is made with pure Beskar, a curved hilt, and sapphire stone. The stats of the lightsaber would look like this. Comfort is a 10, durability is a 10, and power is a 10. The details of the lightsaber would show that it's impenetrable to lightsabers, fire, and blasters. It's lightweight but balanced, has a superior grip to effortlessly swing in battle, it has major combat and healing effects, and is untouchable for the enemy to use against you. This is in fact, stat for stat, the most powerful lightsaber to fight with.